Having clear-cut trading rules is 90% of the time the difference between a profitable and an unprofitable trader. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how you actually create these trading rules and make them effective in your trading. Later on in this video, I'm going to be speaking to one of WokeFX's members, David, and we're going to go through exactly how we've made rules specifically for him and what he needs to do. So make sure you stay to the end of the video because that's really valuable stuff if you are a trader and want to get profit. Now, I've been on the markets for 4 years straight, and I can't stress enough that having those clear trading rules is what made the difference between me being unprofitable to consistently profiting with these accounts that I'm trading with at the moment. So I'm going to structure this video in 4 different parts. The first part, we're going to go through weaknesses. The second part, we're going to go through solutions. The third part, we're going to go through your strengths. And the fourth part, we're going to go through examples. So I've got a new favourite song, guys. It's 50 Cent, I'm the Man. I think this has a lot of valid... Sorry, it just gets me emotional a little bit, thinking about it. It's fucking sad, it's emotional. It's a great song, that's my favourite part. If you haven't already, send it a listen. It's a great bloke. Such a bloke, some bloke. I love him. So, the first thing you want to be doing when creating trading rules is identifying your specific weaknesses, because everyone's is different. For example, I might be someone who's more risky than the average Joe. The average Joe or someone else might be someone who's a bit more scared of risk, or they might not take as many positions. Just burped, sorry mate. Nicest Subway meat breath. So as I'm trying to say, every trade is a little bit different. So what I would do is really journal all your trades and understand key things that you're messing up on and identifying them as weaknesses as you're making the mistakes and you're doing it wrong consistently. Once you have these weaknesses, you need to list them out in order of worse at the top and then less worse, not as worse at the bottom. So I'm going skiing soon with my friends and I've never skied before and they've all skied, so I'm just like the worst. And one of my friends showed me a meme that I thought just made me laugh a lot, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. Here we go. So just to picture it, I'm the bird, my friend's the green toy.
It's okay, birdie. I'm gonna take care of you, birdie. Okay?
Just picture me as that little bird, like. But yeah, so you're gonna get a skiing video at some point, hopefully. What are we doing? We're going to Sky Lounge now because it's just got to be done. It's got to be done for the video every single time. Sam, I feel like we need to do more with you making some appearances on the camera. Good cameraman Sam on the job. Oh, hello there. That's interesting, isn't it? That's information I've now got to process and act upon. Oh, you're so hot. You're such a hot little chocolate bar, aren't you? So I feel so bad for anyone that actually watches these. Oh, Santa's giving me a gift. Hello. So we've just gone through weaknesses. The next point is obviously solutions. Basically, what we're going to go through now is how you can create solutions to your weaknesses. It's pretty simple. The same way that you deal with any problem is, let's say I kept picking my nose and I wanted to stop picking my nose. I would say every time I was picking my nose, okay, maybe that's not the best example. Let's say you wanted to stop smoking. Every time you even thought of having a cigarette, you could hit yourself and discipline yourself. That's the same kind of thing you want to do with trading, basically. So every time a weakness shows and you create a rule around that weakness, there needs to be some sort of discipline or something bad that happens because you've done that. For me, what I actually did was every time I messed up, I had to take a day or two off trading, and then I also had to put £100 into crypto. It's a bit of a weird rule because it benefits me, but it's one that I don't know, I kind of don't like seeing money go. So yeah, I'd have some sort of discipline to back up your rules. Solutions. So creating a solution to a weakness, it's literally so simple. If you've got a problem, you need to fix it by saying, don't do that problem. So let's say you overtrade, for example. You take 5, 6, 7 positions a day and you trade on them 1 hour. Like, how do you even find 6, 7 opportunities in a day? Who knows? But you need to limit yourself. Maybe trade 1 time a day or 1 time a week if you're trading like higher time frames, etc. But my point is that there's easy ways to create solutions to these problems, but you've actually just got to spend the time to actually go through the list, create the solution, create the rule, and then put that in writing and make sure that it's everywhere so that you don't mess up. And then again, discipline yourself when you do break those rules. Oh, so fucking good. I just got a jelly bean bit. I'm savouring it. Santa's little bean. This video gets like 10,000 likes. We'll get a Happy Monday promotion. Happy Monday promotion from the masseuse in here, and we'll film Sam rizzing up a masseuse in the smart base. I can see why the sidemen get so like fucking tired when they're, sometimes like JJ's filming is just like, I'm Bobby Mom. So yeah, this third point is all talking about your trade criteria and making sure it's aligned with your rules. So let's say you need to identify as a trader whether you're a scalper, a day trader, intraday trader, a swing trader. Let's say you take so many positions a day, or you're looking for X amount of positions a week. That's not really how it works. If you're trading on higher time frames, if you're a swing trader, you're going to be a lot more limited to the amount of trades you take per day or per week compared to a scalper or a day trader. So identifying yourself as a trader with your trade criteria is crucial if you're going to make rules around that. Yeah. So last point is that I'm not going to do another point. I'm going to show you me actually doing this with David, one of our students at WokeFX mentorship program. So that's where we will teach. Have a look at how it's actually done and how I go through his specific problems, ask him why he's doing these things that he's doing, or that any trader's doing. It's not David specifically. Every trader has something slightly wrong in terms of that no one's perfect. So you've got to create rules around that, and you've got to live by them if you want to see success. So yeah, here's the video.
But prior to sort of starting working with you, going through the course and all the rest of it, I didn't have sort of any kind of structure. So I knew all about supply and demand, I knew all about price action, blah, blah, blah. But like, that's just part of it, isn't it? So then once I started seeing that, you guys were following sort of set trade setups, set routines, that was like, right, okay, this is the missing bit that I've not got. And yeah, like even just sort of implementing them on my own, off my own back, is making a difference already. So like that's, yeah, like getting these rules nailed down, I would imagine should really sort of change the dial for me, which is what I really want.
I'm going to try and make this one a bit more precise. Obviously, we want to get through your trading rules today, which is super crucial. First few things that we've got to acknowledge. Obviously, I know you understand the strategies. I know you understand a lot of the stuff that we do and how to trade. The main things that we want to get now is how are you going to refine that to the stage where you're only trading what you need to be trading, what the strategy suggests, and not doing anything that's going to make you lose more money or limit your amount of profits. I call them weaknesses or little like flaws, I would call them, because we all have them. And I would say we've already gone through one of being kind of like over trading. And then obviously one thing that I think we need to get more clarity on is the execution model, and exactly what you're going to be trading, and not taking positions that you wouldn't take like that vary too much, because that will be more consistency. And then I think timing is going to be one of those things that we need to really nail in on.
Time frame, maybe just making sure on that.
Time frames, bias, all of this stuff. We'll be able to make quite a few, but I'm just trying to make it so we've got something in actual, like, do you know what I mean? It's actually there for you to see. So first thing with over trading, actually no, I want to figure out your timing first. So what kind of times in the day are you free, and what time do you want to specifically trade? Obviously you've got the London session and New York session where you can take positions from. Now, if you're too drawn in, obviously I know that I do take positions very kind of lower time frames to get a sniper entry. That, like I said, sometimes you've got to deal with just like getting a loss, and it's like you've lost in a few minutes and then that's it. One thing I would say is, if we're going to do top-down analysis, I think one rule, and this is one rule that I want to stick for myself as well, that I think needs to be built on more so, before even looking on the 1/5/15, we need to be understanding at least hourly,
100%,
4 hours /daily first. Rule is, cannot look at 1/5/15 until we've understood our bias and higher time frame POIs, points of interest. Okay?
100%, yeah. And that's exactly what I have been doing, like all this sort of last week, maybe half of last week as well. I like literally at the start of the day, I even if I've missed sort of a bit after the morning, because I tend to get on about sort of 6:30, 7:15, I'll literally look at, right, on the 4 hourly and hourly, where are we? and then sort of go from there, because like we've had this conversation before, I'll literally lose myself if I don't do that. So
it can be so tempting to just sit on the 1 minute or 5 minute and like just look at structure, look at price action. You've got to realise that like a lot of the time there'll be inducement, and even if they say we swap we've taken out the low or the high, and we see that change of character and we see what we're looking for, but it doesn't make sense with our direction in terms of where we're in the market. Like you could easily see it go lower or higher depending on which way you're trading. We need to have that in mind before we're taking positions. So that's why I think, like, let's say, I don't know, you're trading London session, you wake up at 7, and if your MetaTrader's on 1 minute, or if your trading is in 1 minute, it can be so easy to look at that and not even like look at the other stuff. I think one thing that's crucial is just having that in mind when we actually go onto the charts. First thing as we're doing is going on the higher time frame. So that'd be a good rule. That's the first one I'm going to do for you. The second one is over trading, and I want to do this aligned with timing. Why do we overtrade? Why do you think the reason it is? Is it obviously we want to make money, and obviously psychologically it's hard to deal with losing. I understand that. It took me years to get that.
I think for me, it's not so much the losing doesn't really bother me. I think
as a trader, you need to have that clear structure. Otherwise, you're going to constantly divert from the strategy, which is not going to get you results.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I disagree that changing it up all the time is exciting. I think trading's exciting when you're making money. Like that's the only important thing to me. So
good. I mean, that's ideal, because that's what's going to make you money. So we've got that. So the rule there is getting the trade criteria written up with these 2 executions. Okay. So I know you know the trade criteria anyway, so I'm not going to go through it, especially when it's being filmed. So that's the main thing. They're the main rules that you need to get written up, and obviously write it in a way that's a lot more simple. I've gone into a bit more detail in the chat, but what I really want you to be doing is really understanding the rules and why we're looking at this, and why you personally would benefit from this. What I've been trying to do in this call is making sure that you understand how this is going to benefit your trading. And I already know you've been trading for a while, so you've got the experience, and you know this from your own mistakes in the past and your trades in the past, that this is what needs to be done for you to get to that profitability stage and passing challenges and getting big figures in funding. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and like, and follow my Instagram, and follow my Instagram, and follow my Instagram. 3 different Instagram. Bash.